Who is in Lagos with me? Where are you joining us from? Benin, hi, anointed. Good to have you here. Okay. Who else is letting us know where they're joining from? Just put it in the chat box. Asaba. My South people are winning. Who else is joining us from Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt? Just put it in the chat box. Please, kindly note, this is going to be, you can put it in the chat box. I don't know. It's going to be a very interactive section, so please get ready for me. Who get, wow, our South people are winning. Where are the rest of the world? Yeah, so I'm just going to do a brief introduction. And Lagos, finally. Thank you for joining. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Ocean State, good to see you. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to share my screen. If you can see my screen, please do well to let me know. Let me know when you see my screen, all right? Can you see my screen now? All right. Okay. All right. So good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Lemoyola Odior, and I'm the CEO of Fushure. Today, we're going to be talking about landing a remote job. 1 minute as I join. Okay. All right. I hope you can still see my screen. So welcome again to Fushure. It's so great to have you all here. And I want to let you know that you're in the right room. For those of you that are looking to land a remote job, for those of you that are looking to just transition to tech, you want to just build your skills, or you are basically looking to land a job, you've never had a job before. What are the things that you're going to need to be job ready? What makes you different from every other person, and what makes you land the job faster? If you're tired of being overlooked, you want to earn confidently online, you want to, turn your phone or your laptop into a money-making machine, this webinar is basically here to help you get started and to help you succeed. You don't need any experience whatsoever. Now, why would you want to listen to me? My name is Lemoyola Odior, and I have over 8 years of experience working fully remotely. I built businesses across 5 countries, helped 500 professionals build skills, visibility, and remote income. And I am also the co-founder and CEO here at Fushure. Now, what made my journey different was I didn't have to wait to be ready. I didn't need the perfect time. All right. I created opportunities for myself. And that's what I like to tell my students during the mentorship session. You don't wait for the job to come for you. You go ahead and get the job. Right now, most people are just sitting down and waiting for the right job, waiting for the right time. Oh, I have this, there are no jobs, yada, yada, yada. And I'm here to let you know that it is up to you to land a job. There are jobs, billions of jobs out there. The question now is, do we have the people that are skilled enough to get that job? Right? Do we have people that are skilled enough to get that job? So I am going to be walking you through the things that you need to successfully work as a remote worker. There's a difference between being able to land a remote job and a difference between being able to, should I say, secure or keep the job. A lot of people are very focused on landing the job and they don't care about keeping it. Well, in the last 6 months of 2025, I have placed almost 40 people in jobs, and it's sad to say more than half of those guys couldn't keep their jobs. So it has now become a burden for us to walk you through how you can get a job and also keep the job. And those are most of the conversations you are going to be having today. Now, you're going to be learning the remote ready skills that you need without any prior tech experience. It doesn't matter whether you're a student, it doesn't matter whether you are, what's it called? You're someone who has worked, for years and you're trying to land another job. It doesn't matter if you have no experience whatsoever. That's why we are here. I'm going to also talk to you about how you can package your skills professionally in your LinkedIn, your CV, how you can build a very solid personal brand, where you can find remote jobs, how you can find freelance gigs, the daily structure and mindset to thrive in working remotely, and also how you can access support systems and mentorship. This is going to be a very short but also very long webinar because we're going to be having a lot of unpacking, a lot of mind shifts, and a lot of debunking of thoughts that you probably had. And it's going to be an interesting session. Now, before we move forward, the attendance for this webinar is going to be shared, and it will be great for you to fill it. So we're going to take the next 1 minute to fill in our attendance. This is so that you can get access to the webinar slides as well as the recording of this webinar. You don't want to miss this training whatsoever. So please let the attendance be dropped so people can have it filled, and then we can move on forward. How many of you are ready to get started? How many of you are ready to get started? Awesome. So 1 minute, 1 minute remaining. Please fill the attendance so that we can move on with to the next stage. Please fill the attendance so that we can move on to the next stage. All right, moving on. What are the things? Now, before we even go into the skills that you need, why do you need to transition to tech? For some of you, you just hear the word tech, and you don't even know why. Now, one of the major reasons why it is of utmost importance for you to transition to tech is because, first of all, the world is a digital world right now. You cannot not know tech if there's anything like that. You can't be in the world right now and you don't know how to use tech tools. You don't know how to use platforms. You don't understand AI. You cannot do some really basic things like maybe working on a laptop, working on an Excel sheet and all of that. You need to have these skills, not just because of remote work, but because these are the things that are needed for your work life. It doesn't matter whether you're working physically. It doesn't matter whether you're working in tech. You don't need to work in tech right now to use tech tools. That is where the world is coming to. You don't need to work in tech to use tech tools. And it's very important for you to be able to learn skills that can help you become an amazing tech talent. I see a lot of people asking where is the attendance. So just 1 minute. Okay, thank you. All right, so the attendance is going to be dropped, but let's please pay attention. Now, what are some of the skills that you need? Right here today, I'm going to be teaching you about digital marketing skills and copywriting skills. Some of you would beg to ask why does this too? I'm going to give you the reasons in the near future. However, we have decided to narrow down to these two skills because number one, We want people to be able to gain skills faster and land jobs as fast as the skills they have learned. That's number one. Number two, if you have digital marketing skills as well as copywriting skills, you can work in any industry. You are not limited to anything. So if you are coming from health, you're coming from engineering, you're coming from whatever background that you're coming from, you would be able to plug in because you have learned the skills of digital marketing as well as copywriting. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of backstory as to how I came across the digital marketing skills and how my career started in tech as a social media manager and a digital marketer. So a couple of years back, I started my businesses and I just loved to brand them. So I would always open an Instagram page for all of the businesses, open a Facebook page for them, and then just do designs and posts and all of that. It was something that I enjoyed. And I didn't just do this for myself. I went ahead to start doing it for friends. I would just tell them, do you have a social media account? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, let me search it up for you. And I did a lot of optimization, a lot of social media management, a lot of digital marketing without being paid. That was because I naturally loved it. But when I got married about 8 years ago, I knew that I didn't really want to work physically. I am the kind of person that I love to be at home with my family and still have a lot of money. So I wanted the best of both worlds. And I knew that what I was doing at the time, I had my own fashion business. It was taking a whole lot of my time. I wasn't interested in continuing. So I wanted to do something that aligns with my new goals as a family woman and also someone that had money to do whatever that I wanted to do. At that point, I was already working myself to where I was going to be homeschooling my children. So definitely working physically was not going to work for me. That was when I started doing my research, and I realized that what I had loved doing for myself and for friends could literally earn me a lot of money. So what I did was simple. I started putting it out there subtly on my WhatsApp about the things that I did. I just posted this on Instagram and this is what happened. This is the engagement and yada, yada, yada. And then a friend reached out to me and she was like, okay, I'm about to become the business development manager of a company and they need a social media manager. Are you able to do that? And I'm like, why not? I had a business at the time, but definitely, you know how it is. Sometimes you're a millionaire, sometimes you're as broke as someone who has never seen money before. So I took up the job and I was earning 65,000 naira. Because I had mastered social media management, I was very fast with whatever it is I was doing. And I had a background in designs. I studied fine and applied arts, both in my BA and my MFA. And it gave me ease, I would say, to do my job as a social media manager because they literally didn't bother hiring a graphic designer. I was doing their designs, their Canva, and also posting and all of that. But this is the most interesting part. For less than 2 hours per day, I was paid 65,000 naira per month. At that time, it was big money, right? So I was like, wait, so if I can only work for 2 hours and I'm paid 65,000, it means what people do 9 to 5. I could do that, work for about 4 companies and earn over 500,000. But I didn't know how at the time. So I just kept going. 3 months into the job as a social media manager, I almost got fired because what I had learned on my own wasn't enough to keep me in the job. That's why I tell you that sometimes getting the job is not all there is. You need to be able to have the right skills to keep the job. Now, the skill at this point wasn't even about work ethics and the rest. I had all of that. But the particular skill in digital marketing that was needed by the company, I didn't have it. So before I lost the job, before I could even get to the point of losing the job, I signed up for a training. I got trained. I implemented everything that I was trained with. And I got promoted. How? Whatever I learned, I implemented, and the company made so much, they were able to now, set up another business in Abuja. And they were like, if you were the one that did this branch and it worked so well, you might as well be the one to do the one in Abuja. So I got 2 social media accounts and I was paid 150,000 for those 2 accounts. So I had Instagram, Facebook for both brands. Now, All I needed to do was spend 3 hours because I didn't need to create multiple posts. Whatever I had created for this particular branch, I could just tweak it a little, and that was it. So for 3 hours, I was paid 150,000. Now, before I move forward, I want to ask you, how many people do you think right now works 3 hours and are being paid 150,000 in your network? We don't have a lot of people that are earning more than 150,000, right? But just give me a thumbs up right now. How many of you have someone earning so much, a whole lot more than 150,000 for just 3 hours? I have a couple of them, but I would like to know. Just give me thumbs up if you have, or if you don't, you can just put your hands down and all. Awesome. Just one person. Like the rest of you are rich kids, right? So for just 3 hours, I was earning 150,000. Now, when I realized that this thing was good, but the Nigerian companies were not paying as much as I expected, I started to look for how I could get companies outside of Nigeria, because I just needed to spend 4 hours and I'm going to earn a lot. So I started to put words out there. Oh, I'm doing social media management. I had a lot of people that had relocated out of Nigeria, the jackpasses. And I was like, if you have anybody that is interested in a social media manager, please let me know. I said it in a community. I shared my words. And then one day, a lady in UK reached out to me and she was like, I have a friend in Switzerland that wants a social media manager for 3 months. Are you open? And I was like, why not? So because I had experience and I had done this for free for a lot of people, my portfolio was heavy. I got into the interview. Now, what gave me the job was not the things I had done. It was the interview. And I remember telling the lady that recommended me, and he was like, the reason he's hiring me is not because I had exactly what he needs. It's because he sees passion and he sees that I am bold enough to say what I know about what I know. So he's going to work with me and then going to teach me the areas that I need to help with. And that's how I got the job, to be the growth marketer, not even social media manager, not digital marketer, growth marketer for a company in the UK, in Switzerland. And I was earning £200 per month. Now, all I needed to do was work for less than 20 hours per week. By the time I calculated, I was earning over 550,000 naira, and I was not even spending up to 8 hours per day. Over 550,000. How many people do you know currently earn 500? I'm talking a couple of years ago. How many people do you know earn 500 and they work less than 5 hours? It's because I honed my skills in social media management. Now, how would this skill in digital marketing help you? Digital marketing is not about running ads. It's the art of helping businesses grow online. If you are able to determine the businesses to work for and carve out a niche for yourself, like for me, I'm very big on edtech, and I'm very big on edtech as well as the beauty industry. You need to learn social media strategy. You need to learn email marketing. You need to learn how to do analytics. And these are things that you can learn in less than 30 days and also land a job in less than 60 days. Now, what is the next thing that you could learn? Copywriting. Now, because I am someone that likes to write normally, I could easily transition to become a copywriter at a time because I had the skill of writing. Now, you don't necessarily need to be a born writer to learn copywriting, because copywriting is not about blogging. You are not supposed to write so much in copywriting. Copywriting is basically writing that sells. Now, even if you are an entrepreneur and a business owner, these are skills that you can also leverage in your business. It has nothing to do with blogging. It's how you make people take action. What are those copies that you would see online and then you are able to click? How many of you have gone through Facebook and then you see a particular advert, and because of what they wrote, you tapped on it to just see more? Are we here? Can you still hear me? Can we all still hear me? Also, so how many of you have gone through Facebook and then because of what they wrote, you just tap on that link and then you just want to read a lot more? Have you had that experience? Also, that thing that you saw that made you to click through is called copywriting. Whoever did that writing has been able to draw your attention for you to want to know more about the product, about the service, or whatever that it is. You're going to be learning how to write on IG and LinkedIn, captions that convert, how to write emails, how to write sales pages and product descriptions, how to sell yourself for clients, and also how to do real-time feedback from your coach. You're also going to be getting that as well. And the last thing is personal branding for remote work. For this, I'm going to be sharing with you my LinkedIn. And I want to show you the difference between this LinkedIn and that of anybody else, all right? So I'm just going to open this and go somewhere else. Let's assume that each of us on this call right now, we are recruiters, all right? And you're looking to hire a strategy consultant. And then you see my profile, and then you see the profile of any other person. So let's wait for it to load. And then we're going to search for strategy consultant. I'm going to show you the importance of having a very solid LinkedIn and how your LinkedIn can set you apart. Your LinkedIn, literally, most of our students that have gotten jobs, their LinkedIn is literally what sets them apart, all right? So we're going to look for another strategy consultant to compare with. Then you would let me know as an HR who you would hire. So let's go to people. One of the things you're going to be learning also is how to search for jobs on LinkedIn as well. So let's look for strategy consultants that doesn't have an optimized profile so that you can see what it means to, be set apart. Okay. I think I saw one now. All right, let's try this. Okay, now all of us are going to take up the role as recruiters, human resource professionals. You are meant to hire a strategy consultant for your company, and you go on your company, you go on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has almost 1 billion people, if not more. You go on LinkedIn and then you start searching for a strategy consultant. We're going to be comparing who really looks the part of a strategy consultant and who you are going to reach out to first. Now, this is this person's profile. He has his name. He doesn't have a banner. It's just pretty basic. 3 lines. Outside, I enjoy tennis and all of that. And that's it. Okay. He has his experience, his education, his certificates, volunteering, and that's it. Now, taking it back to my profile. On my profile, first of all, I have told you what I can do for you as a strategy consultant. One thing I always tell people is when you want to build a personal brand and you're trying to leverage LinkedIn, you want to build it in a way that you are able to tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help those that come to your profile. Your LinkedIn banner is that thing that is kind of like when you are walking around in Lagos and you see those big TVs. That's what your LinkedIn banner is about. It is an advert for you. All right, so you want to make sure that it's good enough. Now, I have my LinkedIn banner written properly. I help you build teams, systems, and a brand that runs without you. My name is Lemoyola Ojo, written properly. Brand and strategy consultant, founder, speaker, coach. I build brand systems and businesses that grow with legacy in mind. All right, now, after all of this, now, if you compare this to what you have here, you would see that this already is more interesting, right? Am I right? Can we still hear me? Am I right? At the end of this, you're going to let me know who you want to hire. Okay. Now, the next place is the about. Taking a good look at the about of Mr. Adi. What we have here is just three lines. I'm an experienced strategy professional with experiences in across corporate strategy, digital growth, and first of all, there are typos and a couple of things that are not working. Just 3 lines doesn't work. Now you go to my bio, and then you're going to see, first of all, if you want to write your about, you need to talk about who you were, who you are right now, and who you can be for the company. Like I said, you see what I do with over a decade of multi-industry experience, yada yada yada, founder and CEO of Fushure. My areas of expertise, I wrote it out there. Why you should work with me, I wrote it here, and then I put my information. I did a bit of copywriting here because at the end of the day, I want whoever that has gone through my profile to click through my email and send me an email. And I have gotten a ton of emails since I started my LinkedIn journey. Positioning is a big deal. Strategic positioning is a big deal. A lot of people don't know that the words in your bio, the words in your about, the words in your experience sessions are searchable. LinkedIn also has what we call search engine optimization. So you need to be able to optimize your LinkedIn for you to be searched out properly. All right. Now, I also have my Fushure session where I tell you the things that I do. I help founders to kickstart their brand. I do legacy building. I also do LinkedIn ghostwriting and all of that. I post on a daily basis on LinkedIn. I have my experience properly written out. As the founder and lead consultant at Lemianus, what did I do? As the founding CEO of Nibiat, what did I do? As the founder of Elma Organics, what did I do? Write it, be very detailed. All right. And then all of my certifications, about 20 of them, are listed here. My projects are listed here. One of the things that people do not pay attention to on LinkedIn is recommendations. You need people to recommend you. When people recommend you, it gives recruiters the mindset that, okay, this person has worked with someone else, and we can see through the lens of another person how this person is. All right. And then my awards, honors, and all of that. Now, going back to the question from the beginning, when you look at this profile, and then, of course, my certifications are there. You look at this profile, and then you look at this profile. Who would you hire as your strategic consultant? Question, question, question. That needs answers. Who would you hire? Just put it in the chat box. When you look at this profile, and then based on what I have said, and you look at this profile, who would you hire as a strategic consultant? Okay, only one person agrees. The rest people are going to hire the next person. We might need to check your career. Right, so personal branding is very important in landing jobs. You cannot get a job in isolation. You cannot get a job when nobody knows what you are doing. The essence of knowing, the essence of putting yourself out there is to get more people to know you. If you listen to my story very well, you will realize that all of the jobs that I got, I did not apply for anyone. They came to me. Why? Because I was vocal about what I did. And that's one of the things that we teach our students here. You need to be able to go for the jobs and not wait for it. A lot of you have applied to schools that will teach you the skills and not work you through how you can land the job. Our major goal here at Fushure is to make sure that you land the job and you land it well. So I'm just going to go back to my slide. And yeah. So now, what is the biggest mistake that people make? They keep waiting. They want to know more. And I'm telling you today that you shouldn't be bothered about knowing more. Please don't forget to fill the attendance so that you can get access to the slides as well as the recording. You don't need to know too much more. Just a little extra is what you need. What you need basically is mentorship. Some of you have spent years on YouTube, yet you don't have a job. It's because you don't really know how to. We don't teach the conventional, you go to Upwork to do this. We don't have all of that. We don't do all of that. Why? Because we know that you go to Upwork, you need to buy connects, which means you need to spend more money. All right? Success is not about knowing more, it's all about applying what you have learned. And one of the biggest things that we're big on here also is mentorship. You are going to be mentored and you're going to be having the hand-holding to land the job of your dreams. So it is not that a situation of I'm paying for another school to teach me another thing. No, it is I'm paying for another school to show me what to do and to make sure that I do it. And that is our goal. We encourage you to start small, start from where you are. All right. Now, most of you joined this webinar without knowing who we are. The reason I didn't talk about Fushure first is because you need to first of all know what you need and why you need what you need. So what are we all about? Fushure is Africa's future forward edtech and consulting company that is blending world-class digital learning with real-world transformation. We are laser focused on raising exportable African tech and business talents, the kind of professionals that thrive across borders. industries, and opportunities. At Fushure, we don't just teach skills, we build capacity, we reshape mindsets, and we transform the future. Our goal is to equip Africans, especially young professionals and career transitioners, with globally relevant digital skills. You also want to have business competencies for those of you that are in business. This enables you to work, earn, and lead from anywhere in the world. All right? These two courses are what we offer, and we're opening up the August cohort for you to register. We exist to ensure that we're able to close the gap between African talent and the global demand. Position talents for remote work, freelance gigs, and career pivots, and also build confidence through coaching, internships, and reward learning. Some of the things that you're going to benefit from us is you're not just going to learn the skill in 30 days. You're going to have a portfolio full of almost 6 projects. You're going to have a very solid LinkedIn profile, and you're going to learn how to grow your LinkedIn to up to 500 followers in less than 30 days. Beyond that, you're also going to be getting 1 year access to all of the trainings and learnings, and you have access to mentorship. I am personally going to be handling the mentorship classes, and this is a win for you because my years of experience is what I'm bringing to the table. All right. Now, what is our unique structure? A lot of people that are in career are always like, oh, I don't want to go in for another training and all of that. But I'm here to tell you that we put the career professionals in mind. That is why our sessions are mostly in the evenings. On Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. On Thursdays, 8 to 10 p.m. And then on Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. What you are going to be getting are practical live sessions. We're going to be holding your hand through every process and every method that you need to land a job. You're going to be doing personal branding and LinkedIn optimization. You're going to learn how to do CV revamp and interview preparation. Now, immediately after the CV revamp mentorship program, one of our students, Emmanuel, went ahead to make his announcement, and before the program ended, he got his money back. He did CV revamp for somebody. In fact, he got his training money back before the end of the program. We had another student that also got a gig before the end of the program. And why we even want our students to get jobs before they are done with the training with us, because we want you to be able to do your first job with us so we can guide you, walk you through, and also fix any loopholes before you go to the job market. You're also going to be getting access to the alumni group as well as mentorship and the rest. The dream for us is that you are landing jobs. To put this in simple terms, you want to land a job. We are not bothered about getting skills. You can get that from everywhere. All right. We want the right skilled people to land the right jobs. And you're going to be learning how to also secure your jobs. What are the remote work skills that you need? Things like making sure you have your table and your chair, you have a very small ring light, that makes your videos during meetings to be very clear. You want to have multiple networks, Airtel, Glo, MTN, just so that your network is steady and stable. These are some of the things you're going to be learning in the mentorship program. Now, we have some testimonials here I will be sharing with you. Somebody said, based on my performance, they will offer me a full-time role. And I told him, you absolutely get the offer because our students are super trained well. This is another one. Good evening, Ma. I got another interview invite today. All right. And then someone else says, this is talking about our cross program. Good morning, everyone. Classes, it was an eye-opener. It was very, very helpful, informative, interactive, and engaging. There's a particular review that I am looking for. And 1 minute. Okay. There's a particular review that I'm looking for. Yes. Thank you for being a great mentor and inspiration, both career-wise and spiritually. You helped me build my faith that anything I lay my hands on shall succeed. I remember looking at your LinkedIn page to build mine, and that day came when I was reached out on LinkedIn, not just by any organization, but an international one, and it felt like a dream. Now I earn over $500,000 from 150K, and I know this is just the beginning. You can go on our page, Fushure Learning, on Instagram to just see tons and tons and tons of reviews. Now, I have an offer for 10 people. And now I would like to know how many of you are interested in seeing this and how many of you are ready to land a job. There is no need putting a review that is not real. Go to our profile, go to Fushure Learning on Instagram. You're going to see some of our students that have taken the course. You're going to see some of our students that have graduated from our school in the last 3 months, and your mind will be blown away. We guarantee you that if you do everything we're going to be teaching you here at Fushure, in less than 60 days, you should land a job. No jokes, no jokes, no jokes whatsoever. Our method works, and it works 100%. We have a student that secured 2 jobs in less than 60 days, one with a company in Pakistan, another one with a company here in Nigeria, and he's currently doing 2 remote jobs because of what we taught here. And he's not going to lose the job because we taught him how to keep the job. These are things that you might not get from another school. And I want to work with 10 people. How many of you are interested in hearing the offer? I'm also going to be opening the group to, I'm also going to be allowing you ask questions going forward, and we can move to the next steps. All right, the offer is pretty simple. For everybody that is a part of this webinar, you get 50% off our course. 50% off. What it means is you don't get to pay the actual amount of 100,000. What you pay is 50,000 naira, and you can pay in 2 installments. You only need to pay 50,000 naira. The cost is starting in August, and you can pay in 2 installments, which means you can pay 25,000 naira today to secure your space, and then before the training starts in August, you make a balance payment of 25,000 naira, and you get access to everything that I have shared here. Now, before we move forward, what I want you to do is put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and then make a payment, send me the proof of payment, and I will work you through the enrollment. If you are ready to move forward, I only need 10 people. Put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and we'll work you through the next steps. Put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and we'll work you through the next steps. Now, the Remote Accelerator program is starting in August. You have 2 tracks, either digital marketing or copywriting. Classes are Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Tuesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You're going to get live practical sessions just like this, LinkedIn and CV optimization, interview preparation, 1-month internship, community and job leads, weekly accountability, and mentorship. So who are the 10 students that I'll be working with? Put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. This is money back guarantee. If you don't get the value for your money, you can come back and ask for it. All right? Put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and you make a payment of 25,000 naira to secure your slot. And before August, you make the balance payment. We're shutting this down in less than 20 minutes. So I would like to know who are the 10 students securing a slot today. Just write it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. You can also put your questions in the chat box as well. Okay, do you know what? Let's unmute. Erezi, you can unmute your mic to speak. Let's hear you out. Can you unmute your mic? Unmute your mic and speak. Let's take your questions. If you're interested in joining the next cohort, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. Make a payment to the account number on the screen. You can also make your full payment of 50,000 naira and not be bothered going forward. The actual cost price is 100,000, and this is going to come full blown by next month. We're doing this because we just relaunched, and we want more people to experience what we're experiencing today. Awesome. Congratulations, Erasing. 9 more slots remaining, and we are done. If you're interested in joining this, make a payment of 25,000 naira to the account number on the screen, or a full payment of 50,000 naira to get access to the August cohort. 9 more slots remaining, and we are done. 9 more slots remaining, and we are done. If you're interested in joining the August cohort, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. Make sure that you have filled the attendance as well, and then make your payment to the account number on your screen. Send the proof of payment to 070486700. 1 minute. All right. 9 slots remaining and we are done. 9 slots remaining and we are done. If you're interested in taking a slot, put it in the comment section. I am securing a slot. Now I'm going to do something unique. I have not done this before. For everybody that takes a slot today, I am personally going to optimize your LinkedIn myself. Now I'm sure that you like what you see here, right? You like what you see. I personally charge 100,000 for LinkedIn optimization because it took me years to learn. But for everybody that is going to secure their slots tonight, I will personally optimize your LinkedIn. So we only have 9 slots for that. Erezi has secured her slot, and I am going to be handling a LinkedIn optimization myself. Our students do it themselves, but I am personally going to be handling it for you. So if you are ready to join the cohort in August, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and I will personally optimize your LinkedIn for you. That is the bonus that you get. All right. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So 2 slots down, 2 slots down, 8 slots to go. 2 slots down, 8 slots to go. To secure your slot, make a down payment of 25,000 naira to the account number on your screen. And then before August, make a balance payment of 25,000 naira. Or you can make a one-time payment of 50,000 naira to the account number on your screen. 8 slots to go. For anyone interested, I am personally going to be optimizing your LinkedIn for you and also helping you through this journey. You need to land a job, and you need to do that with us. Doing it yourself is possible, but you want to ask yourself, how long do I have to crack the code? We've spent years, 8 years plus cracking it, and we're saying we want to teach you in 30 days. All right? What you're paying for is the value, the time. Ask yourself, what is the risk if I don't take these slots? All right, 3 slots to go. 3 slots taken, 7 slots to go. Congratulations, Remy. Congratulations to who you're paying for, Grace, and also congratulations, Erezi. Awesome, well done. I'm going to be having a full time with everybody that has secured a slot, 7 slots to go, and we are done. If you're interested in moving the needle, the question you want to ask yourself is, how many people do you know that earn 500,000 naira and above and are not working and breaking their bank and their eyes are almost falling out? Now, I am telling you that as an entry-level digital marketing manager or copywriter, you can earn as much as $200 to $500 per month. $200 to $500 per month. And you don't even need to work all day. Give yourself the chance. Prove yourself right. You can earn more than this. You shouldn't even be thinking about it because the Nigerian economy doesn't seem to be smiling. All right? The Nigerian economy doesn't seem to be smiling. And I tell people, for you to be able to live in Nigeria, you need to live above the regular people. You need to earn a whole lot more. If you're not earning over 300,000 right now, it's a stretch. So you want to ask yourself, am I even ready to do this salary for another 6 months? I don't think you should. And sometimes I like to tell people, you don't necessarily need to resign to add on these skills. You can continue your full-time job and add on these skills as a freelancer. And when you are strong, you now pivot up 100%. So we have 7 slots remaining for everybody that is ready to invest in themselves. The reason I call it investment is because you are the best person to invest in. A lot of you are looking for the next crypto and all of that. But when you invest in yourself, that is not going to go away. It's for life. The best investment is in you as an individual. So trust in yourself that you can do this. And trust in yourself, believe in yourself that you can get this done and join the program. I would like to work with you, and I have 7 more people to work with. I'm already working with Erezi, Remy, and Grace. I need 7 more people, and I'll shut this down. All right? Put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. Make your payments to the account number on your screen, and we can take it to the next level. put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. Make a payment to the account number on your screen, and we can take it to the next level. If you have any questions, you can raise your hands to ask as well. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can raise your hands to ask as well. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can raise your hands to ask as well. Okay. For those of you that are securing your slot, please send a message to, let me read out the number, 070-522-71395, 070-522-71395. If you are securing a slot, send a message to 070-522-71395 so you can get enrolled immediately. Send your receipt of payment and your name, the preferred cost to 070-522-71395. 7 slots remaining and we're done. If you're interested in securing a slot, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot, and we'll move to the next steps. Okay, I think I can stop sharing. So while we wait for those securing a slot, I would love to know, have you learned something today? Have you learned something today? If you have, what have you learned? Have you learned something today? I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. All right. So have you learned something today? If you've learned anything, you can also put your learnings in the chat box. I want to be sure that you're leaving this meeting with some solid information and nothing less. If you're interested in joining the August cohort, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot and we'll take it up from there. All right, it has come to the end of the webinar, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody that took out time to stay to this very time. If you want to ask questions, you need to jump on a clarity call, and you want to just know more about this before making the big decision, you can also send a message as well. Now I'm going to open it up for those of you that you know absolutely that in the next 24 hours, that is between now and tomorrow, you'll be able to secure the slot. Then you can now put it in the chat box, I'm securing a slot, and send us a message. If you know between now and tomorrow you'll be able to secure a slot, I'm only opening this for the next 4 minutes. If you know between now and tomorrow you're able to secure the slot, put it in the chat box, I am securing a slot. Make sure you fill the attendance so that you can get access to the recording as well as the video. So I'm just going to leave you for another 4 minutes to make a decision. If you're going to be securing a slot between now and tomorrow, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. How about those salary guys expecting payment by month end? How do you go about the installment before cohort begins? So you can send us a message so we give you a timeline that works with us as well. So it's a win-win. Please send us a message so we give you a timeline that works. But this discount ends after now. So you might not necessarily be paying, you might not necessarily get this discount. But you can send us a message and we'll work out something for you as well. So if you're interested, just send us a message. If you're interested, just send us a message. 2 more minutes for this opportunity to be shut down. 2 more minutes and we are done. 2 more minutes and we are done. 2 more minutes and we are done. Two more minutes and we are done. All right. 1 minute and we are done. If you are interested in securing a slot, put it in the chat box. I am securing a slot. Send a message to the number 070-5227-1395 and we'll move you to the next level. Thank you all so much for spending time with me tonight. It's been amazing and I'm looking forward to working with Grace, Erezi, as well as Remileko. Thank you so much. We're going to leave the chat open for another 2 minutes so that you can fill the attendance form and also just so that you can get the webinar slides as well as the recording. If you're interested in having more conversations with us, send us a WhatsApp message and we'll work you through how this can be beneficial to you and also tailor it to you. All right, we're going to be doing a broadcast to the chat. Hi, Tarela, can you hear me? Are you on the call? Can you hear me? Okay, someone is requesting that the account details be put in the chat box. So in the group chat. So I think that's the community. All right, thank you all so much. We will be sharing the offer to you. You can also copy out the account number now, Mercy, 6329161661. Money Point Fushure Systems and all. Thank you so much and have a great night ahead of you. Good night, everybody.